y'all would not believe the type of week that I've had. Here I am actually trying to be a good boyfriend for once and visit my girlfriend in Ohio when crap like this pops up. So I'm talking on the phone with my girlfriend and she's like, hey, you should come up to Ohio and visit me because you're already on your Christmas break. There's this program called Air Train U and you only have to pay $60 to fly. So I'm like, okay, cool, bet. I'm gonna come up there for a couple days and we'll just fly back together. Fast forward through the week, we're both at the airport trying to get our tickets to get back home. We go to the ticket counter and ask to purchase 2 Air Train U tickets to Atlanta for a 6:30 p.m. flight. So she starts typing on the computer, trying to look up our flight, and then she stops and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, but the flight back to Atlanta at 6:30 p.m. today is currently booked. What do you mean the flight is booked? Then she tells us, oh, well, you purchased 2 Air Train U tickets, which are technically standby tickets because you didn't purchase anything in advance. So we can't board you onto the flight because it's full. So we sit there and ask her, we're like, okay, well, when's the next flight? She's like, 6:30 in the morning, there's about 15 seats open, so you guys should be good. Now, I know y'all are like, well, okay, just wait for the flight at 6:30 p.m. tonight, and if nobody shows up, y'all can get on. Well, the funny thing is, it's Christmas holidays, so the dorms are closed, so we don't have nowhere to go. So basically, we sat there and waited for the 6:30 p.m. flight. Of course, it was booked, so we're like, okay, what the heck are we gonna do? We have no place to go. So we call our parents and tell them the story, and they're like, okay, well, we'll just send y'all money so you can get a hotel. So we buy a hotel, spend the night there, blah, 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 fast forward through the night, and we wake up 4 o'clock in the morning so we make sure we'll catch the flight on time. We go through security, note that this will be the 3rd time going through security, and nothing in our bags would have changed from last night, and probably nothing in my bag changed from since I got there. So we're going through, I put my bag on the conveyor belt, goes to the x-ray machine, I'm walking through the little metal detector thing, and like for some reason I look out the corner of my eye and the security lady's going through my bag and she pulls out my hoodie and all of a sudden I see my toothbrush go flying into the air and hits the floor. So I'm like, I wonder what she's gonna do. This lady picks up my toothbrush, brushes it off with her nasty greasy hands and blows on it and drops it back in the bag. And I'm like, I'm about to pee. So after that little experience, I continue walking through the metal detector and like the guy's like, could you come here, son? I'm thinking, first of all, I'm not your son. And then he's like, are you concealing any type of weapon? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I'm gonna need to pat you down. I'm like, okay. So of course they pat me down and they find nothing. And I'm guessing like the guy, like the security guy in front of us, like overheard the conversation and like he thought it'd be funny to ask if I was holding a gun like in my bag, and I was like, no. And he started laughing. He's like, oh, I'm just kidding. And I'm like, that's not funny. So we walk back up to the ticket counter and there's a man standing there this time and he's like, hello, how can I help you this morning? And we're like, hello, can we purchase 2 Air Train U tickets to Atlanta for the 6:30 flight this morning? He's like, yeah, sure, let me bring that up for you. So he types on the computer and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, the flight's currently booked right now. I'm halfway awake and like I was already handing him my license and my debit card and it hadn't registered that like he had said the flight was booked, so I was like still handing it to him. He was like, I'm sorry sir, the flight's booked. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness, what are we about to do? Are we going to spend the night at the airport? Like, what the heck's going to do? I don't know what to do. I'm going to lose my life. Oh my goodness. So we're standby 1 and 2, which means we're going to have to wait again and pray that 2 people don't show up for the flight. Eventually, you know, everybody boards and we're like waiting for the people at the front counter to tell us like we can get on. So it's just me and my girlfriend and then there's 3 girls that were like sitting across from us. So we're like, okay, well they must be 3, 4, and 5. The lady like calls the girls' names and tells them to come up to the counter and then they start to board the flight. And me and my girlfriend look at each other like, what the heck, how did they get in front of us? And the flight attendant, whatever they call them ladies at the desk, was like, oh, well they had 3 confirmed tickets because their flight was later on today and they decided to get on this morning. And we're like, so basically we can't get on because they decided to come early. And she was like, yeah, right. And we're like, oh, cool. And before one of the girls tried to get onto the plane, she looked back at us and had the audacity to say, well, why don't you just try to get on our flight tonight? So basically we rechecked into the hotel that we're in because we weren't going to stay at the airport for another 14 hours for the next like 6:30 flight or whatever the heck the time was. And we got on that flight and yeah, here I am. And the funniest thing about the girls is that we were just talking to them right before all this happened and they knew about our situation and we knew about their situation. And basically they were telling us that they were too lazy to get on the afternoon flight and they just wanted to get to Atlanta earlier. And you would think out of the kindness of their heart they would let me and my girlfriend take their seats because they know that we've been stranded there for 2 days, but Merry Christmas. So as you can see, yeah, I'm back home, which means I'm free to make videos again. I'll be here for 3 weeks, which means I'm going to try to put out like 1 or 2 videos a week maybe. I'm really going to try because I don't put out any videos. I put out like 1 video a month. Yeah, so y'all should definitely leave me ideas and stuff if you really want to, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 videos a week. So just about that, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if any of y'all knew, about a month ago my dog died because he was really old and he had like a tumor like in his mouth or something, and that obviously got the best of him. But we were like, okay, well, we're gonna go dog hunting because we want another dog, and we said we were gonna get one dog, and we ended up getting two. They're about 7 weeks old. Oh my goodness. This one's just waking up. This one's just being bad and just running around everywhere. So until next time, I guess I'll see y'all maybe in a couple days or a week or so whenever I make a new video. So thanks for watching. Keep subscribing. And oh, if y'all want to see more pictures of them, yeah, you should definitely follow me on Twitter at abrickhouse.com, and I'll put all that in the description bar. So thanks for watching. Keep subscribing, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.